Mm-hmm. Well, wait, was it American Top Gear that you were watching, or was it British?
It was the BBC one. It looked like an old episode because I recognized the host, but he had like a he didn't have a bunch of gray hair, so probably was like a '90s, early 2000s episode, I guess.
Ah, I take it that must have been Jeremy Clarkson.
Sports.
Yeah.
Game.
Here, I mean,
Yeah.
I can link you the episode. Here,
Yeah, I have 3 Top Gear episodes downloaded. I think you may love them.
it was this one. Let me tag you in it.
All right.
It was like a short 5-minute clip, but Ollie brought it
Oh
up.
yeah.
I think you and Ollie would bond over this show because he brought it up. Although he was quick to point out, I was like, oh, he was making fun of like all kinds of countries, and I'm like, well, I was like, Ollie, I'm not watching it for the country jokes. I was there to watch the cars.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
And I completely understand because I personally like all of the jokes that are in Top Gear, but at the same time I do love seeing some of the stuff that they do with the cars.
Yeah. Dude,
I have 3 episodes that I think you may love.
Yo, Ford Mustang though, that's like my top tier car.
Yeah.
It's like I never get
The 3
that
episodes
one
I
never gets
have are
old.
pretty hilarious. Like, one of them is the race across London.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, basically the 3 hosts, Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond, they basically set off on a race across London using different methods of transportation.
That's
The second
pretty funny.
episode, the second episode I got is one where they make their own motorhomes,
Oh shit.
and then the third one is really hilarious. It's one where they each design their own trains out of cars.
That sounds like fun, actually, not gonna lie.
Yeah, the second one is absolutely hilarious though, because they each have their own interesting designs for motorhomes. Like Richard Hammond, he makes his motorhome out of a Land Rover and basically sets it up kind of like a foldable land cottage that basically extends out into like a mansion of sorts. And Jeremy Clarkson, what he does, he puts an entire apartment complex on top of an old Citroen.
Oh god.
And then James May just puts a roof box on top of an old Lotus.
Oh, I could do a podcast interview. Local news at
Oh?
6 interview. Yeah, I booted up UFC 4. UFC has requested you to call to a podcast to promote your fight. Local news at 6 interview. Oh, dude, fuck yeah. All right.
Oh my.
Going to do a radio interview today. Have a listen and learn more about me. I'll be listening. Chris Knudsen.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. Local news at 6 interview. It was very cool catching up with the local news crew to talk about the upcoming fight. Happy to see your success, Mario. Soak it all in. Stream of sparring.
Mario.
I'm loving this game. I'm loving it. All the jokes we've had in this game are funny as fuck, dude. Oh god. Let's do some sparring. Alright. I think maybe one day we could watch some Top Gear. I'd probably just watch it for the cars though, if you could find one like on cars that I like, you know?
Yeah, I don't blame you. In the get a load of this. In the London race episode, Jeremy Clarkson tests a car that is too dangerous to drive.
Oh shit. What kind of car
Yeah.
is it?
It's called the Caparo T1, and it's possibly the most amazing, maybe the fastest, and almost certainly the scariest car ever made. Do you want to know what exactly it is?
Hold on. What's the car?
The Caparo T1.
Oh shit.
All right.
Do you want to know exactly what it is?
Great boxing game. Good job.
Go ahead and tell me. I'm sorry, I'm just like focusing on.
The Caparo T1 is basically a Formula One style car that you can use on the road.
Oh, nice punch. Nice punch.
Damn.
Yeah, it's basically a race car that's equipped with lights and indicators and space for a passenger.
I was supposed to land 10 uppercuts and I did, and then I hit him out with one overhead shot and he went down like a light. Jesus, Mario. Okay. So, okay,
Also,
tell me more about this car. Sorry.
Also, I think it's fair to point out that the Caparo T1 has not had a really easy birth when it came to its overall construction. The reason why is because the Caparo T1, putting it simply, at the press launch when a Dutch driver was testing it, some aspect of the rear suspension came off and it sped off into the undergrowth.
Oh shit.
Then during the second test, the throttle jammed wide open, and then that happened again when fifth gear was testing it, and then during the fourth test, at 150 miles an hour, it caught fire.
Stay busy.
Damn.
Yeah. Do you want to know how fast it goes from just a starting position?
Let's move on.
How fast did it go?
It cannot at 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds.
Jesus.
And it cannot at 100 miles an hour in 5, and it will still accelerate incredibly fast up to 205 miles per hour in less than 10 seconds.
Okay, this I gotta see. We have to watch
30
this.
seconds. Let's go.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I gotta see this. I honestly just thought they only worked on cars, but now that you tell me this, we gotta watch it. Maybe tomorrow.
They test cars as well.
Right.
It's
like
pretty funny though when you do get down to it, because some of the cars that they test are just absolutely ludicrous to the point where you just can't fathom how they can exist.
For real, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that'd be fun to watch. Fucking 205 miles per hour. Jesus. Wouldn't that kill you at that speed? I mean, I'm not scientist or anything.
No, but there is a car that can basically make you look like you're experiencing a stroke.
Damn.
Yeah, and that car is the Nissan GTI. The Nissan GTI has such incredible grip that it makes you look like you're experiencing a stroke when you're just making a turn.
Ready?
Jesus.
Yeah.
These combo. Here, let me start that. Alright.
So yeah, when it comes to those cars, they're just stuff that you can't possibly imagine.
Gotta land these combos.
Yes. That's the way you master your craft.
Okay.
One of the best jokes that happens in Top Gear is when Jeremy Clarkson is literally in trouble with his car, and the other guys just refuse to help him and just laugh at him.
Nice. Really great job today. Don't stop now. You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds on the clock. Let's go, Mario.
You're listening perfectly. Nice work. Nice form.
There we
Good
go.
technique on
Sorry, sorry I'm going quiet. It's just like
No, it's okay.
I gotta land these combos really quickly. There we go. Towards the end, I started whiffing. It's like tap, 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 tap. Oh, dude. But I was, like one of the clips I was watching, he was taking it for a test drive around like the countryside in the Ford Mustang. He was comparing the old and the new. It was like a video from 2017. To be out there driving like an old school muscle car. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Now, what do you think of the... Have you ever seen any of the Jaguar videos that they've done?
Oh, no, not yet, but I want to watch it now.
my instructions.
Yeah,
Alright,
when they do reviews on the Jag, things can get pretty silly.
I can imagine, yeah. And transfer, 3, 70.
That was some good work in there. Again, drillers make killers.
Drillers make killers. Stamina.
Okay, this is how we train to win the belt. Don't stop now. You got 30 seconds.
Restart that one. Shit. The combo ones
Heavy
always
bag
trip me
time.
up.
Listen for my instructions. All right?
Uh-huh.
Let's
1,
go.
2, 3, go. Wait for the stamina.
You know, I actually had an idea that I wanted to pitch to you at one point, but I didn't really know how to pitch it to you in first
The
place.
next opponent is not
Okay.
going to be able to keep up with you.
The idea in question was basically just a redraw of something that I would do at some point. That redraw being a picture of a group of characters that I make that were based on a story that I write. Those,
Go. Show me.
like, because the story is based on Greek mythology, or
Hey, good
pantheology,
job
if you were to
there.
get
Crushing
technical.
out there.
Right.
Good work on the bag today.
The main story of the game is focused on this group of friends who are actually the incarnation of the offspring of the gods.
Okay.
And
And you want me to like redraw like a comic you did? Or
well, redraw it in like your own style, because I love seeing you do the anthro style, and it'd be funny to see the characters anthroized, if you know what I mean.
oh yeah, I gotcha. I could probably take a crack at it when my cube gets a little smaller.
Yeah.
Hey, Ellie.
Hey, Ollie.
Hey everybody. Sorry I got here late.
I just noticed something.
Yeah?
More opportunities open up for Mario. ESPN pay-per-view invite. You are very good at calling the finish of your fights. ESPN is inviting you to make your prediction live on the air. Website.
Ooh, wow.
I wish there was like a cutscene. I wish there was more to it than just like clicking a button, you know? They should have gone all the way with this. Oh, God. Alright. Let's do another sparring session because I want to make sure. Stream a sparring session. Predict the fight. Website photo shoot. Predict the fight. Hey, tune in the show on ESPN today to get some more predictions from me. Now the rest of the world gets to hear the predictions from MMA Mario. Killer. I'm a trained killer. Watch tape. Oh, Mario got injured. Oh no, rest the injury. Well, I got like $321,000, dude. Ooh, torn hip. It says torn hip injury, but it's aiming at his arm. I think his left shoulder flew out. Ice bath. Sports injury center. Yeah, just there we go. Healed and took an ice bath. Nice. Oh, look at the tweets. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. Social media. Oh, I could see one of the other tweets. Fuck. Watch it. There we go. Let's do some sparring. Heavy bag. 600 damage with any strike. 4 strike roundhouse combinations. Land 3 strike. Okay. So how you doing, Ollie?
I'll call it out.
I've been doing well. You?
Well, we watched Top Gear together.
Oh yeah, there was that.
Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone?
How's you?
Well, I got the suit.
Nice.
Wasn't. I guess when I'm with my old man, it's not as bad, but it was still. This is how my day went. It's like I go there and it's like I find a nice dark gray suit, you know. I'm like, okay, I could roll with this. My dad shows it to my mother through texting because my mother was apparently quote unquote sick or didn't feel well, so she decided not to tag along.
Right.
And she's like, oh, I don't think that color looks good on him.
Oh, Jesus.
Good fault.
And then the suit that she actually liked was this blue one that I was like, this looks a little flashy. This is like, it's like that, it's like you see in GTA, you know, they just, I don't know why, but blue dress coat and dress pants just never worked for me, man.
You know, for some reason, the blue dress coat reminds me of SCP-2030.
Which one was that one?
It's also known as Laugh is Fun.
You're listening perfectly. Nice work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an SCP that poses as a hidden camera comedy series that will manifest on either DVD, video streaming media, or other things.
Don't stop now.
And it's a Keter class SCP, therefore it's unknown if it uses its viewership as a victim selection
Let's do
pool.
some heavy bag drills.
lovely.
Listen for my call-outs.
I did eventually find a suit that works. The only problem was they didn't have a pants and my size, meaning that that they had sizes just too big.
Really
And
impressive.
my dad being the picky guy he is, like, we went to another section of the store that had pants. It's like, I mean, it wasn't like, if you look closely you would tell that they're the pants and shirt were different, but my dad, it was too noticeable for my dad.
All right, that was good.
Ended up getting
Definitely
a pair
making some
of
progress.
dress pants that are just one size too big, but I figure I'll just clip my suspenders to it. That'll solve the problem. I'm gonna look like my grandfather when I do that.
30 seconds.
No need to worry too much.
Yeah, I'm not really worried. It's just like the way my parents talk about it is like, oh well, we should have been able to find a pair in your sizes.
You know, it's interesting because I look almost exactly like my great grandfather.
Go. That's how we do it.
There's nothing, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with looking like your grandfather, because one could say it's flattering to the family, and others can say it's a tribute to the older generation.
I don't know if I told you this. Well, I think you guys have seen my face, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't think I have.
I've just seen a face. Da, 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 da. Oh, wait.
I'll send you a picture in a bit, FD, but because I'm Indian, I take more from my mother's side, so it's like my dad, the only grandfather I have right now is on my dad's side.
Well, it's funny because my family on both sides is Native American. My mother is Mayo and my father is Navajo.
My mother's side is dead.
Well, that's good to know, Zach. Thank you.
What?
It's okay. So I think my mother. What Indian were you thinking of, too?
Oh, he's thinking Native American, not Indian.
Indian from India, dude.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, my mother was from a village in India. Think of it like an Amish place, you know, where no technology or anything. I've told
I get what you mean.
I've told this to Ari repeatedly, like how when she came to the States, everything was new to her. She didn't even know what a fork was, dude.
Your next opponent is not gonna be able to keep up with you.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so my mother, from what she's told me, my grandparents and my uncle, her parents and her brother, they apparently died when she was 5 years old.
Oh, fuck.
Like, so, you know, and my mother says they just got sick one day, and, you know, that they couldn't make it. I'm not I think the only thing that upsets me about it is that I'm never gonna know who they were, you know?
Yeah.
The only
I'm
person
sorry, dude.
It's like it's not like a huge deal. Like, it's why I don't talk about it a lot, because it's not a big deal to me. And my mother, she's not haunted by it. She doesn't mind still talking. She doesn't. If you were to ask her, she'll tell you what she knows. The closest I have to a picture of what they look like is a drawing that my mother made of them.
I see.
And from what I saw, my grandmother was one of those, carried the tradition that you often see in India, where they have that thing on their head, you know, almost like a nun in a way.
Yeah.
Your next opponent
sorry?
is gonna be no
You know
match
that
for you.
hood that they wear?
Yeah, sorry.
Is that what it's called?
At least I think that's what it's called.
Heavy bag
I'll have to
time.
ask my mother
Listen for my
again.
instructions. All right? Let's
Interesting
go.
fact, my mother actually, when she was taken to an orphanage, she was taken to Mother Teresa's orphanage.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. She can't really tell me, she can't really say if Mother Teresa was actually, well, you know, the controversies that have surrounded her in the last.
What controversies? Isn't Mother Teresa a saint?
She is a saint, but in recent years, people have started to criticize her practice, criticize her. Some people speculating that she purposely didn't let. I don't know. You'd have to look it up, but it's like. My mother said when I brought this up to my mother, she says she can't recall any of that. So and as far as I know, if my mother doesn't recall anything bad happening at the orphanage, then I think it's safe to say it didn't happen.
You know, for some reason that reminds me of an episode of the series Misfits.
Good technique on
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard of Misfits before. Have you?
I don't think I have. I've heard the name, but I don't think I've ever.
You
seen
might
it.
have brought
Misfits-
it up, but I forgot. You might have brought it up.
Misfits is a pretty hilarious British comedy series. Basically, in a single freak event, everyone across the estate of Wortham, UK, obtains superpowers from a giant supernatural storm.
Oh yeah, I've heard this. Yeah, you've told me this.
Oh,
one
now
before.
I've heard of. Now I
Yeah,
know.
but every power corresponds to people's personalities, so they aren't the regular superpowers that you'd expect.
Right.
The reason why that reminded me of it is because there's this one female character who wants to heal people more than anyone else, so she obtained the ability to heal people through physical contact.
Ah.
And she was regarded as like a living Mother Teresa.
Ah, sweet. I remember.
God, these mean tweets again. They're like, nothing would make me happier to see Mario lose. Wow, these fuckers are harsh, dude.
Maybe they are aware that he's extra baggage for Luigi.
You know, I still can't help but think of the comedy of like Bowser and Mario actually being friends outside of the games.
Oh my god! All right,
I could see that. I think everyone. I think Wreck-It Ralph kind of has that, you know.
You want to know?
Yeah,
what the-
Wreck-It Ralph definitely has that perspective.
You want to know what the original plans for the second movie were for Wreck-It Ralph?
Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
It was supposed to be where it takes them to console gaming, not the internet. It was
Man, that would have been so much fun.
that would have been so much better than what we got, dude. Like, I watched the sequel and I didn't really like it. I got some
I didn't
jokes.
like the sequel either.
I thought it was
didn't-
decent, but it was like below par. Like, it could have been.
It
so
was
much better.
subpar, yeah.
Once
I
you
really
find,
think.
like I said, the original plan was that he was going to go to like from the arcades to like Nintendo consoles or Genesis or PlayStation, like shit like that. I gotta look it up again, but my friend showed this with me, and it's just like, bro, we could have had so much more. And I told him, I was like, dude, then the third movie could have been about the internet if there was a third one. Like, then you could have him in World of Warcraft or something like that. But no,
You gotta work your way up. Like, you gotta start from the bottom. At first it was arcades, then it was console gaming, and then it was the internet.
right?
You know, funnily
No,
enough,
it's
I
so
actually
weird.
saw
They went
that
to-
movie on my 21st birthday.
And
Do you want to know? Do you want to know how angry I was that it didn't turn out as it should have?
How angry?
Let me just put it this way: when I first saw it in the theater, my face was a consistent "what the fuck" face.
Oh, this is off topic real quick. We'll go back to Wreck-It Ralph, but I just need to point out that the guy that I'm fighting from Brazil, his Twitter handle is called the Assassin Fighter. I'm gonna go kill the assassin. How much did he get paid to lose to Mario, the wholesome Italian? Alright, back to the
But
movie.
anyway, yeah, continue.
Anyway, yeah, my face throughout the entire movie was just a consistent "what the fuck" face.
Not gonna lie. When I look at it, it really just feels like it's more or less Disney flex, you know?
Yeah, it is Disney just flexing.
Like, look at all these properties we can now throw in, you know? Look, here's... I think what really annoyed me was when I saw the Star Wars Stormtroopers. I was like, okay, why are these...
The Disney princesses really got me cringing.
I kind of chuckled at that. That's the one part I did like.
There were people complain. I heard someone say that like they got some things about the princesses wrong.
I got a small kick out of that, but that's probably where it ended. You okay?
Yeah.
Zach, are you okay?
I found my new You remember the sanitarium map that's in
yes, the blue one.
But that's well, I have a new one. It's called Collateral. It's the one that's in the desert. For some reason, I think I hate that map more than the sanitarium.
Alpine. That's kidding.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I quit and reload each time because I don't want to play that map. It loaded me in 3 times in a row.
Jesus. It ate today. Tonight, rather.
Yeah. When I think I can tell you guys, I think everyone is in agreement with what immediately told. Maybe I'm the only one, but I think the first trailer was a dead giveaway. Yeah, this movie's not gonna be that great.
Now, I will say there is one aspect of the movie that really got me cringing, and why my face was a constant "what the fuck" face throughout the entire movie.
Okay, show us.
It's because there was a trailer for the Ugly Dolls movie that came out immediately before it.
You know, I think another thing that bothers me, at least I haven't watched the movie through and I don't plan to, but from what I've heard of the plot, what's her name? I forgot the girl's name.
Penelope.
Penelope, yeah. What was it? Like, she finds a new racing game or whatever.
Yeah.
And Ralph feels like he lost her. She abandoned him.
Yeah.
So he goes through the trouble to try and get her back before realizing he shouldn't be doing that or whatever.
And not only that, but it also creates a DDoS virus.
Yeah. You want me to be honest with something? I don't know why, but for me, there's one very major
What?
Didn't she stay in her own game?
No.
Isn't that the point? Like every other game, don't go turbo.
No, they added her code at the very. Basically, what happens at the very end, the game characters of that particular game that she entered, they added her code to the game so that she wouldn't be deleted.
Jesus.
That's how desperate she was to be in.
I was gonna say, they also brought up how they got permission to use Mario, but they didn't know how to work him into the plot. And I'm kind of sitting there like, the first movie,
That makes absolutely no sense.
I could see how they would have trouble with him for the first part, for the first movie, but if they really wanted to go full, if they really wanted to bring Mario in for the second movie, throw in a B plot about ROM hacks or because Nintendo made waves over the ROM piracy, right? So they could have the whole storyline be like, okay, we got to go to the internet to. Well, maybe they can keep the Vanellope thing, but then maybe Ralph is like, he finds this website that sells. He thinks they're selling cartridge games, right? but he goes there and it's like ROM hacks, and then you get all the the funny ROM hacks that people have made on the internet, like Bald Mario Brothers or Kaizo Mario or something like that. It's like, oh well, shit, well which one's Mario? And he goes through them and he.
You know, that actually reminds me of a ROM hack that I downloaded for Super Mario World. It's one of my personal favorites. It's a Halloween one. It's Call of Cthulhu.
I've seen that one. Vinny from Vinesauce played that. There's a lot of good
and
ones.
Space Hamster did too.
Dude, yeah. That one's a really well done ROM. I love really well done ROM hacks, dude.
You know,
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Do you subscribe to the Self-Made Island channel?
I have not.
Oh. Okay. If you do, go to YouTube, look up Self-Made Island. It's just long plays, but it's a full archive of Super Mario 1, 2, 3 world hacks. There's a lot of good,
nice.
There's a lot of good ones in there. There's one there's so many to list. We'd have to go through them in colon, but I highly recommend that. There's also that there's also that Hats Off Entertainment channel I told you to look up to if you get the chance.
Oh yeah, there's a really creepy Mario World ROM hack that I love. It's simply called The. V
it's so terrifying it doesn't have a name.
Well, technically it's called The Coronation Day, but it's been shortened to The, just for the sake of creepiness. The Coronation Day ROM hack functions a lot like an EXE game.
Cool. Oh, it's one of those games like Sonic.exe and all that shit.
Yeah, except with this, everything about the game is heavily cryptic to the point where you just can't really discern what you're looking at.
Huh.
In fact, the game has like 5 different endings that all depend on what you do in the game. And each ending is just as confusing as what you'd expect.
Damn.
I'm quiet, it's because I'm fighting the apocalypse.
Luigi, when you're done, you need to come over and we're having a family dinner tonight in New York to
Mario,
celebrate
I'm
my
not-
Mario,
Mario, I'm not worried about that. Your Twitter is kind of ruining everything, so I'm gonna have to disown you.
God, you know what? You're as cool as these tweets. They keep calling me a loser, even though I beat the guy in 2 minutes.
Mario, I don't know how
When
you
Mario
got
gets
such
those
a
hands
bad
moving, I don't know why they hate me. I don't know why everyone is getting so excited over Mario. All I see are average skills. Fuck you. Fuck these fantastic. I don't listen to the haters. I go home. I enjoy nice pasta.
Mario, just
I hate these fucking corn flies.
Yeah, that's how I would describe Luigi. See, I go home like a good man, unlike Luigi, who abuses his wife.
You said you go home like Luigi, and then you go like Luigi.
No, I go home with my beautiful wife.
Mario had a brain fart.
Speaking of console games and all,
Hold on.
I'm thinking of at some point of turning in my Xbox for servicing.
Okay.
So that I can play some of the classic games that I got.
Nice.
Cool.
Fuck.
See, I go home to my beautiful wife, unlike Luigi, who murders neighbors' wives. I reported you to the police, Luigi, okay?
Mario, don't you
Luigi's
remember?
wife was made of plastic.
Mario,
Yeah, see
Mario,
what
don't
he
you
said.
remember that?
This fella,
Mario, don't you remember
all over
that
here. He says your wife is plastic, Luigi.
Mario, don't you remember I'm gay?
Wait, what? You're out of the family.
Gay Luigi?
Oh, by the way, have you guys ever read the Super Mario Brothers Adventures comics from Nintendo Power?
Hold on, I need to clip this now because I don't know how long the jokes are gonna last. I clip this and then we'll pick up. 1 second.